Monster Kitchen Eggs Benedict Recipe Take 4.
La receta que le traemos es la receta típica del fin de semana, especialmente del brunch. Estamos hablando delle Eggs Benedict. Sono super famose anche in Italia, non solo negli Stati Uniti. Si te gusta este video, dilo en los comentarios y síguenos en nuestras redes sociales en Monster Kitchen 16.
These are going to be all of our main ingredients. For the hollandaise sauce, we're going to need 110 grams of butter, 1 lime, 5 egg yolks, and 20 grams of basil. For the main portion of our recipe, we're going to need 2 potatoes cut into slices as you see here, 2 mini bagels, 1 or 2 lobster tails, 2 crushed garlic slices, 5 pieces of turkey bacon, 2 tablespoons of butter, and 3 whole eggs. We're going to start off by cooking our potatoes, and it'll take about 13 minutes or so for them to cook thoroughly. With the same pot, we're going to begin our hollandaise sauce, and we're going to take our 5 egg yolks and put them in a water bath. As you can see, you need a separate metal pot for this portion. We're going to beat our eggs, and we're going to beat and then place in the water bath. We previously melted the butter, and we're going to add half of the melted butter. You have to continually keep beating the eggs so that they don't clump or cook thoroughly. If you see that they're cooking too much, you can always just take it out of the water bath. If the water temperature is too hot, your eggs will clump up. We will now add the rest of our butter and continue to beat the eggs. At this point, your sauce should be starting to get creamy. As the consistency is now getting creamy, we're going to squeeze half of a lemon into the sauce. And we continue to beat. We're going to now add 1 scoop of our hot water and continue to beat. You see how it's getting nice and creamy? This is the consistency that we're looking for. Keep on beating, keep on beating, keep on beating. Add a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper and keep on beating. Believe me, I know it's tiring. But look at this amazing result. When you achieve a nice thick consistency, you can stop beating and set aside. Check out my sauce. Boy, is that tasty. We're now going to cut our lobster tail. Get some kitchen scissors and begin cutting forcefully yet gently. At this point, we want to separate the shell from the meat, but we want to do this gently so that we have an entire piece. Gently pull, and this is what you get. Look at this little beauty, nice and slimy. Check out my tail. I'm going to now take a piece of the bacon and wrap the top portion of my tail around the bacon. We're going to wrap as tight as you can and secure on the side so that you can easily cook it. Check out my neat surgical skills. On a non-stick pan, we're going to start cooking our bacon. You know that bacon has its own fat, but since this one is turkey bacon, we can just easily put it on a non-stick pan and it's going to cook nice and crispy. You don't want to cook it too much because you don't want to eat rubber. But once it's nice and cooked and crispy, you can take it off the pan. And we're going to keep the same pan and start to cook our lobster. Add some EVOO. For those of you who don't know, that's extra virgin olive oil. And we place our tails and begin to cook. We're going to add a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper to the portion that does not have the bacon. We are now going to add butter and garlic to give it that yummy taste. Check out that sizzle. Make sure everybody's getting some butter. We can now add our chopped basil and swirl it around. Make sure everything is nice and buttery. If I haven't said so already, we used unsalted butter. We use this technique to make sure that every single little piece of lobster meat is engulfed in butter and garlic, which also helps it cook internally. And here I go being extra, making sure everybody gets a piece of the butter pie. Once you see that your lobster tails are cooked, take those bad boys out and place them on the side. Take a quick second and observe your masterpiece. On the same pan, we're going to add more butter and garlic and chopped basil, because this is when we're going to make our yummy potatoes. We now add our previously boiled wedges and we stir, stir, stir. We want to make sure everybody gets a piece of the butter. We always want to make sure that our slices or wedges are cooked thoroughly and until they get to a nice yellow golden crisp. Some people additionally fry it after this step, but that's just way too much work and way too much oil. I think this is good. Check out my golden crispy wedges. We clean out our gunk and add some EVOO so we can toast our mini bagels. We're going to toast them on the stove the old-fashioned way and just spread it with the same bagel. Flip the buns and make sure you don't get them too toasted because they will become rubbery. Now for the cool part, we're going to squeeze the other half of the lemon into our boiled water and add our salt. Stir until we make a little whirlpool. And we're going to keep the whirlpool going and add each egg individually. Seems like our eggs have their own hot tub going on, right? If you find yourself having too much egg whites like mine, just scoop it out. Thank goodness my teacher, Chef Carlos, is very patient. Or maybe it's because he's my husband, who knows? After about 3 minutes, they should be cooked, and we can take them out individually and make sure to do this in a delicate manner because you have some egg yolk in there that's nice and creamy. We're going to now start putting our dish together. We're going to cut our lobster tail into 4 equal pieces. I pretty much divided the portion with the bacon and the portion without. Set your bacon portion to the side and now cut the portion without the bacon into 2 long pieces. So let's put this all together now. Place your bagels on your plate. Add your bacon. I cut them into half pieces so that it can fit on the bagel. Add your poached eggs. And be very friendly with adding your hollandaise sauce. You can add as much as you want and make it as gooey as you want. Today's breakfast is the no judgment zone. At this point, you can add more chopped parsley or some chopped chives. Add your potatoes freely. I like to pretty much mountain them up and make them look just neat and cool. And add your masterpiece. I split the pieces into the ones with bacon and the ones without. And a little more green just to make it look pretty. And this, my friends, is your masterpiece. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Monster Kitchen 16.